Hi guys, I am feeling a little bit disheveled. I just got back in from riding and it's super blustery outside, so a little bit more volume than even perhaps usual, but let's roll with what it is that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about not letting ourselves be ruled by the mood of the moment, and I really had to stick to my guns today. There haven't been many times over the last little while where I haven't been that motivated to ride, but if I was going to pick one of them, today was it. I had broken sleep last night. My little boys were a little bit restless and was just feeling tired. I've got lots of stuff that I want and need to do. And looking outside with kind of the wind whipping around, I was like, maybe today I'll just take the day off. Maybe I won't ride today. All of those excuses that come up. And the thing is, there's often that differentiation that we need to make between legitimate reasons for not perhaps doing something on a given day. So it's not about ruling with an iron fist, but we also have to be really careful that we don't succumb to those moods of the moment and let them derail us from the bigger intention of what it is that we have planned. And for me, the bigger intention that I have planned is that I have a series of clinics coming up that I really want to be ready for. So when I looked at that, when I looked at what it was that I'm kind of like moving towards, if you like, and I looked at my week, I knew that if I didn't ride today, then maybe, and if I didn't ride this coming weekend, just owing to family things, then that would leave me on a 4 ride ratio instead of 5. And I was like, come on, Pike, let's get out there and do this. What I really appreciate about following through is that when you do it enough, or when you're anchored enough to that bigger vision or that higher intention of where it is that you're going, you can recognize how you are getting in your own way, or the common strategies that you might use to weasel out of something. And the thing that I also know is that I always feel better after I ride. Like, there aren't many situations where I don't feel better for having got out there. And this was definitely the case today. Like, I'm still tired. I'm still all of those things that I was before I rode. But I'm additionally super grateful that I did ride, because I know if I hadn't ridden, I'd be beating myself up for the rest of the day about the fact that I didn't seize the opportunity when it was there and that I let the team down. The team being myself and my horse, because I do have aspirations about where it is that we're heading, and I know the work that needs to go in to get to those places. So staying committed to the process. I haven't ridden. I recorded a podcast which is going to be out this Wednesday that talks about this as well. And it's really about having a connection to the bigger intention, the bigger dream or bigger vision that you're out there riding for and thinking of and connected to, whilst simultaneously maintaining your attention in the present moment. And I think that we have to be really attentive to our own mindset and what it is that comes up for us, those common exit strategies that stop us from simply showing up, because showing up is a superpower. The more you show up, the more you push through and hustle with the gristle that comes up in our mind that tells us this, that, and the other, the more progress we experience and the more motivation we intrinsically create because of that momentum, because of the momentum of showing up, the momentum of getting out there, and just really the connection of experience. There's nothing that will propel you forward faster, in my opinion. So, yeah, not letting yourself be ruled by the moment. The other thing that I wanted to drop in is that when you are creating a plan for the week, which is something that I do on a Sunday or a Monday, depending on how the weekend's been flowing, that really lets you see the bigger vision of where things are heading also. And if you get in a really good headspace when you're doing that, then when you are feeling in a slightly funky place, you can remind yourself that the decision to follow through or the decision to act was actually coming from a place where you were aligned with what it is that you are ultimately wanting to achieve and what it is that you are committed to. So it just lets you stay true to yourself and not deviate too far from what it is that ultimately you do want to be doing. So if you're like me and feeling kind of funky today, but still have the opportunity to get out there and do your thing, get out there and do your thing, because it will be worth it. You will be committed to that bigger vision, that higher intention of what it is that you're ultimately wanting to be doing, and you'll just feel better for it. So not letting ourselves be ruled by the moment. That's today's take home.